I don't give credence to positive or negative. I don't believe they exist, only in magnetics. In my life, my perceptions, I see them as constructive or destructive. And we're talking about the earthly self here, the simple self. And we're not talking about our truer self within. And as we acknowledge that,
Mm,
there's more glorification. We give glorification to it, and there's more activity from it because we're giving credence to it, and we're giving permission, filling up the void where something was destructive before, or not given credence to at all. But once we acknowledge that this is here, this is the center of the universe, our universe. This is our life that gives us life. And this carries everything within us. This is like a cell within the mind of God in this vast ocean of many, 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 many universes. But we're talking about our universe, which is huge. We can't even quantify it. And because that's always expanding in the mind of itself as well. So here we are giving uh, an understanding, a submission of ourself to this. And that's what really matters. That's no different than when we're wondering about something. We don't know. We don't know. That's why we're wondering about something. And then all of a sudden in the shower or doing the dishes, you have an aha moment because something is shared with us from within us, if that makes sense. And it's the same thing in wondering about something, which is the key to contemplation and or meditation. We're submitting ourselves to something of a greater nature to feed us, to share with us. That's giving glorification to it. That's giving the acknowledgement to it. And the more we do that, in that vein of understanding, then it has more to share with us. Otherwise, unless we're learning how to get answers in our life and how to do things in our life, we're coming from a vociferous place. We're coming from a place of uh, uh, just logic or feelings. Not to demean those because they have a place too, and it's also coming from a place of self-edification and small self submission. And it's not going to be real. If we're coming from a place of, wonderment and relying on it, that's going to share more with us that way. And we find ourselves growing. Otherwise, we're going to use everything else in the world outside of ourselves, thinking that we're growing from that. Even our thinking, if we base everything that's based upon the world's impressions, it's really a nowhere street in the long run, in my understandings. And everyone's going to have different understandings about that, which is fine.
yeah.
So the idea is to recognize ourself, and if we fall away from self, it's remembering it. It's bringing the members back. We never lose anything. We only put it aside. It's not possible to lose anything. We only put it aside when we're talking about the spirituality